Yes, today's community cast of StarCraft 2. We've got two very relatable players from the Platinum-ish league. The most mediocre of leagues. Yes, we have I Suck at SC. Star Citizen is definitely a game that's hard to be good at, and that's assuming you find a way to play it. Meanwhile, on the other side, from the Kurt Russell clan, is that accurate? It's like Naked Snake, but meme smelling. The maps are not significantly larger. It's just the amount of knowledge they have of the maps is smaller. In fact, this map pool is slightly smaller than the last one, mostly. Yes, from the Kurt Russell clan. Our community submission. It's Snack. Okay. In Protoss versus Terran. Quite a divisive matchup. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. It's just you haven't seen them before. It feels like there's so much. I can show you the world. No, it's the same amount of bases. In fact, this map is relatively small. Just, I want to dispel any ideas that the maps are particularly large here. Pathing weird. Once again, we're confusing ignorance for fact here. It's weird because you haven't played on the map before. One of them is like 18. Oh, Radisson Station and Equilibrium are exceptions. In my opinion, kind of like are like the bonus map pool, and by bonus, I mean worse. And also a classic tactic of starting a conversation and then proxying a factory and probably going to float that factory into the main. Classic suck at StarCraft move. And Snakeub is Jacob, my name, but with Snake, Mert. Your parents named you Snakeub? Which is a weird one, but I'll allow it.
Oh, a follower.
The Book of Snakeub.
Is that all?
Is well known in many circles. Not these circles.
Truth WNTRGG.
What is this? What is this, bro? Hey. Explain I want you to explain this probe. Because that was really the most suspicious thing. The probe went... That pisses me off. Well, it's not hard to do that. Also, what he's got... classic Metal League Terran move. Can't even build without a reactor. That was suspicious as fuck. I'm actually gonna go back here. I need to see the thought process. Because I have my suspicions he just misclicked the probe on the minimap back to his main. But... Alright. What's going on back there? Alright. This is before we make the Terran angry. Alright. Can't get in. Let me in. If you were to continue the conversation, I would explain all. How is... Okay, well, I just wanted to see what the... I don't even see the move command for the probe. He's over here. This is a tech move. Maybe like, I played you yesterday and you did the same damn thing. Which would be the most reasonable explanation. But yes, pretty sus. Also, you're not allowed to get pissed off when they scout it after you've already finished it. Okay. The threshold for anger has mostly passed, but that's never stopped a Terran before. Alright, so he's gonna land with a reactor, which is quite a bold move, because it will be in vision range, and it's not like he doesn't know about the factory. A lot of Protoss are... What? No, don't let him... What? Come back here! Where are you going? You can pull a different probe. No. That doesn't explain why you went right to the corner. No. That does not explain anything unless, like, every Terran cheeses like this, which might be possible. Yeah, but, like, what if he had a factory... Yeah, that doesn't explain the finding the factory immediately. it explains there is a factory, but it doesn't explain the finding of it with the probe immediately. All right. The Stalker standing by as we continue to contemplate. Next time, pretend to make Rex unit. All right. So because he was busy, it took him a solid 15 seconds to type out that sentence. That means the Widow Mine will complete. And will it burrow in time? So that sentence just cost him 3 probes. And there is an armory done. It's not a bad guess at the proxy. It just looks very suspicious. So, at this point, well, there's no detection, so that Widow Mine will live. And now there's a Marine working on the Nexus, so some questionable choices across the board. Looks like that object permanence thing isn't really working out here. Is the mine? All it's gonna take is 1 probe tap. Oh my. Alright, and so it begin. Well, it's just gonna be 1, but that's a long time until that robo finishes. Stalker warped in out of solidarity. Can't actually do anything here. The same SCV has now built 2 starports over here. Because of course it has. What did you think it was gonna do? You think he was gonna follow that up with an expansion into 3 Rags Bio? Come on. Meanwhile, the mine going in for another round. Despite being scouted. And despite, well, it's gonna get 5 kills and dictate the last 2 minutes of the game. Imagine if he hadn't built a reactor and built 2 mines. I shudder to think. Just like these players in general. A lot of shuddering. And yes, this is where we're gonna put our depot over here. The observer is out. And there we go. But wait, there's more. Unfortunately, following up Cloaked Widow Mine with Cloaked Banshee is not the most intuitive strategy I've ever seen. But that doesn't mean it's not going to be effective. Because Stalkers cannot fly. And more probes will die. And it only makes Protoss sigh. Of course, if they had mouths, then you could hear them cry. But the time for observers is surely nigh, and the Banshees continue to fly right by. And this game, at this rate, could end in a tie. But the Banshees finally dead. So, 18 worker kills in 6 minutes. Gonna get a forge now. Kind of a barn door situation there. Gonna slap a cannon in the barn after the Widow Mines have already shot through the windows. And now it's time for the barracks transition, of course. 4 barracks in the main. I mean, he's still building Banshees. Where do you think the starports were? I'll stop you right there. I could have stopped right after some of those words. But I'll let you choose which ones. It looks like I suck at SC over here. He has built a command center in his main. That's going to be a planetary. As he expands to the bottom left corner and progresses through the bingo strategies, it got a cannon, and a shield battery, which will successfully block about 40% of the mining at this base. Meanwhile, the Banshee count continues to build up. He pre-cloaks them, which, again, there are observers. Unfortunately... Well, Banshee's back into the main. Racking up 23 kills and counting. And I Suck at SC has now taken the worker lead. Impressive. (29-27) after killing off 26 workers. How did 5 SCVs die? Wait, no. That's 5 units. This is quite a transfer. The Mule leading the charge here. The SCVs will be headed to the bottom left corner base, where they will continue mining happily, possibly until the end of the game. Who knows? The observer has spotted the offending starports. Another observer has spotted the offending banshees. They will make weird gestures at them because, of course, they can't actually attack. The 2-sentry, 1 immortal hit squad here. The banshees will cloak. Once again, the observer, well, and banshees can fly, so they got that going for them. We got combat shield on the way. Another banshee down, more probes killed. Gonna go back and forth. That semi-reaper wall there. Oh, no, we're back in the main. Stalker's on the wrong side. I guess gonna get the... The battle continues. Gonna depower. I don't... That doesn't depower Blake, thankfully. The Stalkers. Round and round we go. Nope, he blocked the pylon, thankfully, so that way he might be able to finally kill. Nope. Ah, got one. Only one left. Orbital command. So he does know how to build a second orbital command. Interesting. And now a whole bunch of Marines are on their way out as the tech tree has been essentially reset. Barracks and now a factory in the main as the starport is under probation. Now he realizes, wait a second, these can fly too. How convenient. And here come the Marines. The tickle beams will slightly encourage the starport. The supply is dead even. Evenly matched, these two. Two very different styles so far. Check APM. It appears Snake-Up is considering his Prima strategy guide. We saw it at 0 there for a moment. He tried to turn the page to the counter to Marines, but unfortunately there was nothing there. Well, the Marines standing by. Looking for an opportunity. Now there's a starport at the parking spot in the main. The Stalkers, unfortunately, on the other side. Stim not quite done. The Marines have no upgrades. Shield battery overcharge here. But there's the Stim. The stutter step. Gonna go straight for the Nexus. Here come the Stalkers, but the Nexus goes down. And shield battery overcharge is exhausted. The Stalker, he stims away. There are no medevacs, nor even a hope of them.
Oh, a follower.
So he will stim his way home.
How_Dini is chilling for 9
yes, a
months.
whittle mine.
This is
Remember, there's still an
StarCraft.
armory. Yes, this
You may
is
not
peak
like it,
StarCraft.
but this is what peak performance looks like.
The whittle mine, I have no idea where it's going. I only know where it's been. So we'll find out. He comes back home. All the way back home. And of course, it is the perfect time for a proxied fusion core. Yep. It appears. Now, I'm not convinced on the battle cruisers, but like, all roads eventually lead meanderingly towards battle cruisers. Yeah. Little mine actually taken out those Colossi. This is why they should really sell full skin sets. Like, those Colossi look like they wandered in from the thrift shop here. Or maybe the rest of the units. It's unclear which. The rest of the units actually look pretty generic. We don't mind. Gets real up close and personal with the probes. Very threatening. Alright, finds the base. I think an observer spotted it. And now another set of starports under attack. Oh, where are you going? Micro's back, the Colossi. Oh, but you're locked in here with me, bro. And the Stalkers blink both. Well, Battlecruiser is in production. Unfortunately, the Marines, there are 44 Marines on the map. So another set of starports gonna go down. Now we can stim and get healed. Down goes another Nexus. This will put I Suck at SC down to 1 base, which is not particularly many. A recall. Beautifully done here. He stims. Oh, it's not gonna go well. Colossi against just Marines. Having a bit of a field day here. Another important sentence and a plea from I Suck at SC. Did that orbital die? What the fuck compelled you to go there? I've got a few guesses personally. Which is, so we've reached the stage of the game where Terrans are in disbelief that other races do something called scouting. Which they have never really been obligated. Ah, there you go. Thank you for punctuating my point. The Vikings on the way across. Instead of just randomly putting together armies and sending them in random locations, which I thought was the way this game was supposed to be played. Surprisingly, the banks are about equal, but the supply is approximately 100 different. Observer, the orbital sits right back down. There is still a planetary at the top of the ramp. The game has not ended. Still some long distance mining. The Whittle Mine will continue to rack up kills. The army, it looks like he'll finally get this orbital command. The rest of the army is attacking up towards the planetary. Wow, splitting his units. A professional gamer slash super smurf. Well, he is kind of moving up a ramp into a planetary fortress, but he's just throwing on purpose, clearly. That's why he's doing it, not because he's distracted by chasing down an orbital. Loses an immortal. Okay, loses 2 immortals. Planetary taking a lot of damage. The Colossi do outrange the planetary. So, eventually, though there are Vikings in production here, the Whittle Mine continues to rack up kills, but it looks like a cannon will eventually finish. Colossi tripping over each other. Vikings are done. I Suck at SC is finally... Oh, looks like Whittle Mine will get 1 more kill for the road. The medevacs heading out. The only ones with Marines taken down. The Vikings taking down the Colossi. There aren't really any other units here. So, it seems that our journey has ended. It's like not the cleanest defense I've ever seen. Nor attack. Nor really pretty much anything else, but... Well, the planetary, he has no more money to repair it. So... Here we are. The Colossi are making their way. They're trying. Well, one of them is on the ramp. The other one is... Oh, dude, please. I call bullshit. Okay. Not sure what he's calling that for. Snake will continue. You know what? I'll give him this one. Staying in the game to destroy all the buildings. Definitely worth it. Well, that was certainly not an entirely unsurprising, yet somewhat amusing Terran strategy. Both these players clearly Platinum League, and clearly for very different reasons. But congratulations to Snake Up for winning the community cast that he did submit, so there's that. It's a little biased towards it. So... Thank you. And if we're putting these on YouTube, like and subscribe, so that way we'll inspire even more mediocre players to continue to make Terrans angry. just like I do every day. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.